Let's get one thing straight. You're lying to yourself. You believe that more input equals better output, that one more scroll, one more inspirational video, or one more deep dive podcast is going to unlock your next big idea. That's not research, it's a creative addiction. You're not fueling your genius, you're paving the road to its ruin. You're already stuck in at least one of these traps. We have 7 levels of creative deaths to cover. Let's start with the most insidious one. Level 1, the infinite feed. You call it research. You see it as stocking the shelves of your mind. But every hour spent passively consuming is an hour your brain isn't being trained to produce. You're training your mind to absorb, not to act. The balance tips and your head becomes a crowded, noisy storage unit. You feel full of ideas, but the engine is seized up. Inspiration without execution isn't fuel, it's sludge. It convinces you that motion is progress while you're standing perfectly still. The cure? You need a rule. Consume X, create 2X. Get out of the feed. Level 2, the perfectionist prison. Okay, you escape the scroll. You pick up the pen, the mic, the camera. You start, but then a voice, dressed like your high standards, whispers, "Don't ship it yet. It's not ready." You polish, you tweak, you delay, and in the process, you smother the initial excitement. Here's the truth about perfectionism. It's not quality control. It's procrastination wearing a fancy suit. You think you're safeguarding your work, but you're really just hiding from the risk of being judged. Good art is never finished, it's simply released. If you wait until it's perfect, you'll wait forever. Level 3, the echo chamber. This one is subtle. You admire a creator, so you start to echo them. Their rhythm, their tone, their exact visual style. At first, it's learning. You're standing on the shoulders of giants. But if you stay too long, it becomes a cage of imitation. You aren't building your voice, you're just a highly paid karaoke machine. Mimicry without movement is the death of originality. Your genius doesn't lie in being the second best version of someone else. You have to take the inspiration and deviate. Level 4, the comparison trap. If level 3 is who you imitate, level 4 is who you measure against. You glance sideways. Someone younger is viral. Someone smarter has already done your exact idea, but better. Initially, it's a spark of motivation, but it quickly becomes toxic fuel. Comparison shrinks your vision and deafens your inner voice. You stop creating to express and start creating to compete. That's the moment the joy bleeds out of your work. The only honest benchmark you have is your past self. Level 5, the oxygen thief. Even if you protect your voice, you begin to fracture your time. You say yes to every request, every distraction, every shiny new opportunity. You're trying to please, to help, to feel busy and validated. But real creativity needs oxygen. It needs silence, solitude, and empty spaces where true ideas can rise to the surface. When you fill every single crack of your day with noise, there's no room for the big ideas to breathe. This is people-pleasing, and the price is high. You trade your genius for approval. Learn to say no. Level 6, the comfort coffin. Comfort doesn't look like a threat, but it's the quietest creative killer. You repeat the same safe routines, the same predictable ideas, the same style that worked before. You know the outcome before you even begin, and that certainty feels good. But genius doesn't grow in safety. It grows in uncertainty, in risk, in the unfamiliar edge of your ability. Comfort whispers, "Don't try that, you might fail. Just stay where it's warm." But creativity needs friction, challenge, and novelty. Without it, you simply stagnate. Level 7, the final burn. This is the final level. You confuse exhaustion for effort. You believe that working longer hours means working better. You grind, push, and squeeze the well dry. At first, you still produce, but eventually the reservoir is empty. Burnout doesn't create breakthroughs, it buries them. The final true death is when you stop even wanting to create. When the thought of making something feels heavy and draining, not exciting, you start to tell yourself, maybe I was never that creative anyway. That's the voice of a genius, finally silenced. You clicked on this video because you felt stuck. The good news is, you now know the name of your enemy. The antidote to all 7 levels isn't more consuming. It's simple. Start creating today, ship it imperfectly, and protect your silence. Which level are you going to break out of first? Let me know in the comments.